Hi, everybody. I'm Avery Eddins. I did my role play on solution based therapy, and it is super fun to be the first ones going of the semester. So I hope I'm doing this right. Um, I'm going to give everybody else a lot of grace, just like I'm trying to give myself. But I did my role play with my son, and he played my fictional client. My fictional client's name is Adam. He's 20 years old. He feels very stuck in life. He's still living at home with his parents. He's graduated from high school. But it's really been hard for him to find the motivation to take steps towards becoming more independent. And he has had several jobs, but just is having a tough time knowing which direction to go and how to get motivated to do that. So on top of that, Adam struggles with depression and anxiety, and he feels like every day is the same, that every day he wakes up and it's just kind of monotonous and repetitious, and he doesn't know how to move forward. So the main goal of my intervention with Adam is to help him break out of feeling stuck by focusing on his strengths and the small steps that he can take to make progress. So it was really cool to do solution based therapy this week, and I learned a lot about it in a short amount of time, which was really cool. And a lot of it I feel came naturally to me just in the way that I talk with people and the way that I kind of try to help people find solutions. And I love, um, there's no such thing as a quick fix, but it's nice to know that there is a model that focuses on solutions specifically, in that it can work for many people in different ways. And so I chose, I should say, I'm glad that I did this because it's all about looking forward instead of getting stuck in the past. So it's good for people like Adam because it helps them figure out what is already working in their life. And so in this clip, I'll show um, is when we're talking about the exception questions, which is a big part of solution based therapy, where you ask the client, when did you not feel like that? Tell me about a time where it felt really good. And I think it's really important to get people to recognize how that feels in their actual body so that they can come back to that feeling whenever they want. And there's plenty of research that shows that this approach works really well for people dealing with mild to moderate depression and anxiety, especially in a setting where they need help setting some clear goals and finding motivation. So to check to see if this approach was working, I would use tools like the GAD-7 to measure anxiety, or the PHQ-9 that tracks depression symptoms. And we can also track Adam's progress with practical goals like applying for jobs or for taking small steps just toward moving out. And that's kind of what we talk about in the video. So in the clip I will show, you'll see me ask Adam some exception questions, and also the miracle question was used, and I really love that question and the concept that it was created for. I think it's brilliant, and um, I think you can spend a lot of time on the miracle question, or you could make it several sessions long where you can help a client envision what they want their life to look like, which is exactly how we get them there. That I noticed in watching myself back, and boy, watching yourself on film is so not fun. I'm sure. Um, I don't know if anyone else feels the same way about it as I do, but it's tough. And I was able to watch myself and realize, like, there's really things I'd like to do differently with my posturing and the way my face looks at clients. And so I can see how this process is really good for us learning how to talk to people, and learning how to be comfortable on camera, even though it's really hard. Um, Also, I noticed I said a lot, like I just did. So um, there we go. We'll just keep doing it. Thank you for listening.
To use your imagination for a minute, we're going to try a technique. It's called the miracle question, and this is a very interesting take on how to change and or look at your life from a different perspective. And so I want you to just relax for a moment and just kind of follow my words, and as I say them, and just feel things as they come up. And I want you to recognize whatever comes up for you. and we'll talk about it as it comes up. So I want you to imagine that tonight, as you go to sleep, you're going to sleep through the night. Except tonight is not a regular night. There's going to be a miracle that occurs that's unexplainable, that takes all of your problems away. All of the issues that you're dealing with, all of the hard things that are difficult, that when you wake up in the morning, they will not be there. But you won't really know that this miracle has occurred because in your mind, you just went to sleep and woke up. But now you're awake and your problems, as far as you know, are gone. So what does your life look like if that occurs? Let's just use our imagination and think. What would you do? What's the first thing you would feel? How would you know? Can you talk about that with me?
I don't really know if I would know anything, but I would hope to feel just, I don't know, a little bit weight lifted off my shoulders.
Okay. The weight as far as what?
Just
type?
like the anxiety of what I'm going to do in life.
Of like having a plan.
Yeah, having a plan.
So let's say, would you be able to formulate a plan if your problems didn't exist? I mean, how would you feel in your body, and how would it feel in your life if you woke up and you had the ability to make a plan?
It would feel good. I'm jealous of people that are able, I mean, I maybe shouldn't be saying that I can't plan, but I guess it kind of just stresses me out to plan. Which,
Okay.
I don't know what's worse, being stressed about planning or not planning and then just being stressed because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
That's
a
valid.
plan would definitely help me out, I think, because it's really what I haven't been doing, so maybe that's what I should do.
Okay. So how about let's just say you're waking up from your bed, and what's the first thing that you would do if you didn't feel the way that you feel every morning when you woke up? What kind of things would you want to do that could make your life better? Because your problems are gone. You can do whatever you want.
Hang out with my friends, do what is fun,
Okay. So you would want to spend time with your
do
people.
stuff I enjoy doing.
Okay. Yeah. What types of things do you enjoy doing besides hanging out with your friends?
Going on vacations, traveling.
Okay. So you live a life where you get to spend time with people who you value.
Mhm.
You get to travel, which you also value. Would you want to have a job or something that gives your life a purpose?
Mhm.
Because you're saying like
Something that makes me feel like I'm doing something, at least.
something to wake up and be doing
Or
that you
is
like.
helping others, even if it's not even making me money, is doing something for someone.
Okay. I think that's great. So are there times where, are there any times where it does feel different to you? Where this life that you're imagining, because of this miracle that has occurred, are there times in your life right now that you can recognize that sometimes you do feel like this?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me when those times are?
I would say like at Lake Powell, when my family goes and we lose service for like 4 days, so it kind of just feels like you're cutting off the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like your problems go away because all you have to worry about is eating.
Surviving, taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say that, and like just like when I'm hanging out with my friends, it feels like that.
Okay. Has it felt like that when you're able to get up and do things with a purpose? Like, because you can't be at Lake Powell every day of your life, but you can definitely remember that feeling. You know what that feels like, and you can aim toward that. You can say, I'm looking for that feeling. How can you find that feeling in your life? maybe not quite to the vacation, no problems extent, but living in the real world.
I think feeling that feeling when it's actually happening, and then for me, at least this would be for me, like, I don't know, saying it out loud what I'm feeling and how this makes me feel and why I'm feeling like this, and then trying to emulate it later in life.
Okay.